For the first time in my 38 years of life, I watched the Browns game and I actually cheered for the Browns. And that's only because of one person, Shedeur Sanders. 14 to 23, 138 yards, 2 touchdowns in 3 quarters. Shedeur had a really great performance, showed his skills were able to translate onto a bigger stage, and that was a really great look. Yes, he was not perfect. Nobody expects him to be perfect, especially for where he was drafted, though. He was incredible. You telling me this guy dropped all the way down to the 5th round and he's out there playing like this? And not only that, on top of it all, the humility was top notch. After they took him out the game, he did an interview on the sideline with a sideline reporter, and he was nothing but humble throughout the whole interview. Check this out.
Shedeur, you said to us yesterday, this was your preseason Super Bowl. Did you bring home the trophy?
We definitely had a win today. We definitely had a win. I'm thankful for the opportunity. I'm excited for it. I don't feel like, I took full advantage of the opportunity, but, it's something to work on, something to learn from.
Okay, we can talk about that part afterward.
I love right out the rip. First of all, I love how he bigged up and showed excitement for his team winning the game. And then when he started talking about his own solo performance, he took a little bit harder of a tone with that in expressing he could have been better.
Let's start with the things you're really proud of. We said it's not only about the stats. So what did you do today that you feel really good about?
I'll say the most important thing of being a quarterback is leading your team. I'll say definitely the scoreboard. I think we did that pretty good. And just being consistent, even though if things going our way or not going our way, being able to bounce back and not stay in the hole. Being a quarterback is going to be ups, downs, it's going to be pros, cons, everything. So you just got to stay level-headed through it.
How about your decision-making back there? You looked awfully sharp. Was the game a little slower than you thought it would be?
Nah, I don't feel like I was sharp at all, honestly. I think I was okay today. But
Gotta love how he's being hard on himself right here and not just being happy that he was able to get a couple touchdowns.
Next opportunity I get, I just got to, build on this one.
Conversation now, of course, is about how many reps you get and what reps you get. Do you feel like you did something today to move up the depth chart?
I honestly don't know, and I don't really care, Whenever it's my turn, and I just got to take advantage of it. I feel like, today I did some good, some bad, and I know moving forward, I won't make the same mistakes twice. So that's not in my control, and, regardless of whatever the situation, it's not up to me, and it is what it is. I just got to, accept whatever everything comes.
Amazing attitude. He's like, that's out of my control, and I just got to do what I got to do. This kid, man, he's a star.
I'm out the game now, and I really didn't want to get out, but, it's football, so when they say you're done, you're done. But I would say just having the opportunity to get out there and, just be free. So, when I just start running around and everything, that was so fun. It was so fun doing that.
All right, last one. Your family's watching at home. Your dad's going nuts on social media. What do you say to him?
Sorry, Pops. I ain't do what I was supposed to do fully. But, we'll live to see another opportunity.
Thank you.
And this is why Black America is rooting for this kid. And I really should stop calling him a kid. He's a grown man. This is why Black America is rooting for this young man. You feel me? Because it's like that type of humility that we see him as one of ours. You know what I mean? Like one of the, not in the sense of like from the hood, but one of ours in the sense that he could be one of our kids, nephews, cousins type of thing. Like that's the type of energy and vibe we get from him whenever he opens his mouth. And then the way that he's been maligned and being slept on in the league, we cheering for this dude, bro. So then he caught up with a Cleveland sports journalist who's been writing negative shit about him, and this is what he had to say.
I be hoping you got something positive to say about me. You only say negative stuff about me. And I'm like, I ain't do nothing to you. No. I ain't see nothing positive that you ever said. I just come by this every day. What up, Tony? Come on, Tony. What I do? What I do to you, Tony?
What'd he do to you, Tony? Tony, you gonna have to answer to this. Let's see what Tony gonna say now. Tony gonna switch his tune? What's up, Tony? I love that type of energy right there, bro. At one point, they even panned over to his teammates, the other quarterbacks in the locker room, and the only one who looked happy about what he was seeing was Joe Flacco. Listen, Joe Flacco, 40-something years old. He's just happy to get a check right now. He don't care if he got the starting job or not. But Deshaun Watson sitting there, Gabriel sitting there, all thinking to themselves, this kid is looking good. I don't know about this job anymore. It's looking a little shaky. And that's what the truth is. Flacco get out there. If Shedeur keeps at this pace, if 2 games in, they 0-2, and it's not looking like they're doing anything, it's only a matter of time before the fans just start being like, we want Shedeur. Deshaun is hurt, and even when he was healthy, he wasn't nothing really much to speak of ever since his scandals. And Gabriel, we don't know what he's got in store or how good he's going to be. He got injured already coming into the preseason game, so we don't get to see him perform for a little while. So Shedeur's out there, jumped ahead with the lead, especially in the public eye. So moving forward, what is going to be the story of the NFL season right now is going to be Shedeur Sanders and how the Cleveland Browns handle this situation. Lots of us already turned the game off as soon as they took him out the game. I'm sure the ratings are going to show a stiff decline, right? But we're going to have to watch some Cleveland Brown games this year, y'all. We got to support the young boy. We got to watch some Cleveland Browns games this year. Only when he playing. When they got Flacco starting, the numbers ain't going to be the same. But this preseason, as long as they got that young man on the field, Twitter was going up last night because Black Twitter especially was paying attention. And we want to see how they do our boy. I'm hoping as an Eagles fan, I'll back up right now as and all that. So we could definitely do a trade for him if possible. You listening, Howie? But what do y'all think, man? Was this a great showing? Is he going to be a young superstar? Are they going to actually let him thrive there? We've seen the owner hating. After the game, they asked the head coach about it, and he didn't seem that thrilled. He kept talking about us and the team, and I get it. He's a 5th round pick. You don't want to make him seem like the superstar hogging all the air up in the room, but man, this was a great start for Shedeur. Everybody was excited to see him doing this and performing this well, and we want to see more like this. Do y'all think this was just a one-off, or is this just going to be a trend and he's just going to keep getting better and better? Are you going to be watching these Browns games this year? When Shedeur's playing, I don't care when Flacco's playing. You going to be watching? Y'all get in the comments. Y'all let me know.